I'm entering the town of Red Springs, North Carolina. Poverty and crime, believe it or not, is the story of this town. You wouldn't guess that looking at it. But the numbers, yeah, they tell us a totally different story. We'll go through the downtown here real quick and start diving into those numbers. Here's a map. Show you where I'm at. And then also population history. 1990 peak population 3799. Last census 3087. Median age here is 33. It's lower than the US of 39. It's 58% female, 42% male. The town's named after the mineral springs that are here. They have a rust color to them because of the iron and sulfur deposits in the water. Now, because of those minerals, it was believed that the water was healthy, and people came from far and wide to bathe in the waters, for their health. There's even a summer resort here. Ethnic breakdown: 44% black, 25% white, 22% Native American, 6% Hispanic, last 3% mixed or other. Here's the median household income. It's a doozy. $19,752 a year. That's $380 a week. That's the combined income of the entire household in this town. Doesn't seem possible for anyone to live on that. Let's see, poverty rate here, 39.1. School-aged children, 48. 65 and older, 39. That one is really high. Cost of living here is an 81. Housing's a 39. Healthcare is 112. That's the highest. The town actually looks pretty peaceful, but the crime rate tells us another story. The crime rate here is, this is last year, 68 incidents per 1,000 people. That compares to 23 for the US. That is very high crime. Detroit's crime rate, and Detroit, as you well know, is always up there in the crime rankings. Yeah, Detroit's crime rate is 68 per 1,000 people. This town has the same crime rate as Detroit. New Orleans, always up there in the crime rankings. Its crime rate is 64. This town has a higher crime rate than New Orleans. Chicago's crime rate is 40 incidents per 1,000 people. So the crime rate here is considerably higher than Chicago. I've been to over 1,000 small towns here in the US, and this is the highest crime rate of any small town I've ever been to. So far. There are a lot of beautiful, interesting old homes here. Look at that one. I mean, somebody here is making money. It kind of defies explanation because of the very low incomes, the high poverty, the really high crime. But you see quite a bit of this here. And I'm not seeing a lot of abandoned houses, which kind of surprises me as well. So, I don't know what to say. Maybe some of you have some analysis. Because it just doesn't make sense. I'm showing you what it looks like in a lot of this town. It looks pretty good. Maybe someone who lives here can explain to us what's going on. In terms of the crime, anyway. What's the cause of it? They do have an old post office here, built in 1939. Yeah, that is New Deal architecture. I am approaching the town of Rowland, North Carolina. Here's a map real quick. Looks like a rail line splits the downtown in half. I was going to say they must have an old train depot. There it is. Looks like it's in pretty good shape too. That's always good to see. Well, alright. That's pretty much it for downtown. Let me give you population history. Peak population 1980, 1841, last census down to 885. That's a lot of people gone. The median age here is 44. US is 39, so it's a little bit older town. It's 51% male, 49% female. That's pretty normal, isn't it? Well, like South Carolina in the videos before, seeing a lot of beautiful old houses that are abandoned. I just always find that amazing. That front porch looks like it's going to collapse. Well, let me see. Let me give you the ethnic breakdown. 69% black, 20% white. The last 11% is Native American. Let me give you median household income. $31,667 a year. That's $608 a week. Poverty, 33.3% overall. School-aged children, 63%. That's really high. 6 out of every 10 child here lives in poverty. 65 and older, it's 16%. Cost of living is pretty low though. In 82, housing is the lowest, 45. Healthcare is a 112. Ouch, healthcare is a little bit on the expensive side here. Yeah, I expect to see quite a bit of this here. The population loss the town has had. This is the fire department. It is modern and new looking. Yeah, it's really nice. Some beautiful homes here. Let's see, I will give you the median home value. $108,700. That's really nice, isn't it? Well, I've got a caboose next to the old rail depot. Rowland, North Carolina. I was looking at crime. It's a little high. Last year, 2.8 incidents per 100 people. That compares to 2.3 for the U.S. Now they have a Dollar General here, but it's not near as interesting as this grocery store. Here's another old house, completely boarded up. This downtown, by the way, or pretty much in its entirety, is on the National Register. Pretty bad shape though, isn't it? Well, now they have a tremendous amount of stuff there. Wow. All right, everyone, I am in Maxton, North Carolina. I am in downtown Maxton. Give you a real quick look. Well, that is a beautiful building, isn't it? Well, so here's a map. Let me give you the population history. Peak population was in 1980, 2711 people here. Last census down to 2,110. Well, the crime rate, let's start with that. It's pretty high. 35 incidents per 1,000 people. That compares to 23 for the U.S. Here's the median household income. $22,632 a year. That is $435 a week. That is not much money. Well, let's see. The median age here is 39. Seen a lot of this already. That was an awesome house at one time. It's just sitting here abandoned. It's just so crazy. It's 54% female, 46% male. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 61% black, 21% Native American, 13% white, 1% Hispanic. Last 4% is mixed or other. I think maybe someone lives there. Poverty here, 43%. School-age children, 61%. 65 and older, 20%. Another regal house. Huh. Wow, it just sits empty. There's the fire department. It's nice and modern, isn't it? Let me give you the cost of living index. It's an 83. Housing is the lowest at 46. Healthcare is a 112. Median home value, it's pretty low. 79,600. Yeah, so that's not a lot of money for a house. Yeah, these are really nice, aren't they? Maxton was primarily settled by Scottish immigrants, and that is where the town got its name, from the Scottish Maxton clan. Not sure if you heard that. The Scottish Maxton clan. Sorry, a car drowned me out there. In the early 1900s, this was a very prosperous agricultural town. But of course, farms became largely automated, and a lot of jobs were lost. Additionally, an interstate was built around the town not long ago, and it further hurt the town. I do love these beautiful old houses, though, I'm seeing here in the Carolinas. They're just everywhere. Some in good shape, some not. These are all in really good shape. All right, everyone, so that's the end of this one. Up next, we are heading into western North Carolina, Asheville, to be exact. And Nicole and I will be doing that video together. So, yeah, that's what's coming up next. We will see you there.